All right, we are back. It's the Circling Back podcast. I'm Dave, and if it's okay with everybody in this room, I'm going to host this here podcast, all right? See where I'm going with this?
I'm okay with that.
I'd like to welcome everybody to Content Week. Joining me in studio, that voice you just heard, it's Dillon Shivery.
Thank you, David. I am very happy to be here. It's the best time of year right now.
What specifically?
It's mid-October. Fall is here. It's spooky season. Weather is phenomenal.
Crispy morning, dude.
Football, full swing. We have MLB playoffs. It's just, there's not a better time to be alive than right now.
Love a good 3:30 ALCS Game 2 start.
Today
It's a little bit Bush.
also marks 1 week until I turn 40. I have 6 days of my 30s left in me.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to spend the next 3 of them with my son and my partner, Parks. Excited for that.
I heard he got the bag over the weekend. We can save it.
Yeah.
I'm just want to put that out there. He's on bag watch.
Yeah. That's the only thing interfering with the good vibes right now is my 30s coming to an end. But, you know, we press on.
All right, here's a guy, folks, who's got nothing but, a decade to look forward to of 30s? How are you 30 yet? How old are you?
No, I'm 29. I turn 30 next May.
Okay. It's Brett Merriman, the Magic Bullet,
Hello.
Cold Stove Zone, the mail-in zone.
Thank you for having me. This weather is phenomenal. It's finally for the first time this year, not the first time this year, but the first time in many months that it's not oppressive outside.
Hey, maybe I'm the bad guy. Maybe I'm telling tales out of school. Maybe I'm just a dum-dum from Texas.
Yeah.
Am I okay calling it crisp this morning? Because it felt crispy to me.
It was in the 50s.
It was 51.
That's certified crispy.
That's crisp.
There's no can I. It's like, yeah, of course.
I wore my shorts into the gym this morning, and people were looking at me like, dude, you are fucking wild. And I just straight up said, look, my legs don't get cold.
You're a shorts guy. Did you have a hoodie on top of that?
Yeah, actually, I did.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
good
crisp. It's. I don't know if there's like a line. I don't know if there's an equation that takes into account like a dew point, like 55 or below with no humidity is crispy. I'm not here to be the arbiter of crisp.
No, that's your new nickname.
I could,
He's the arbiter of crisp.
but it was certified crispy this morning from somebody who knows a thing or two about crispy mornings.
Does he ever? Saratoga's own.
Mm-hmm.
Crisp is low humidity, cool weather, no cloud cover. That's certified like optimum crisp.
Yeah. And I think we reached it. Peak crisp.
You have a cider donut this weekend, Dave?
No.
You should.
Should
That's just peak crispy weather, like a hot coffee, maybe a free one from Dunkin today, plus a cider donut. If you want to dip it, you can. I'm not one to go there usually with coffee and donuts, but if you want to.
Okay. Is that like apple cider vinegar? What is it? Because that has the mother.
No, apple cider donuts are it's like a cinnamon donut, more or less.
Okay.
Vinegar? What are you talking about? Talking about donuts, fool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you clean your house with like apple cider vinegar and stuff? It's very wholesome and like home what's it called when somebody uses like natural products for
Remedy?
Yeah.
Homeopathic?
Sure.
That's a different thing, potentially. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I
Good.
use whatever Blue Land sends me.
Nice.
So, how do you like that?
Good sponsor. Good personal anecdote, Dave.
Yeah, that's right. Added value. Guys, if you go to rowback.com, you can get you a Wilmons polo, still available, still the best polo in the game,
That's
in my
true.
opinion.
That's
I wore
true.
it to the driving range yesterday, not to spoil my weekend and fun, but I did.
Wow, that's huge.
Very cool. Hey, spooky season rolls on. Tomorrow, spooky season 5, episode 3. 3 of 5. Got 5 spooky seasons. What does that mean? Is it a good time to get in, Dillon? Explain to the folks at home.
Some would argue it's the best time to get in. Spooky season, and you find out why it's our most popular seasonal podcast. It is super entertaining and is very spooky, however. And since we have 5 Tuesdays this month, you get 5 episodes of spooky season, which I feel like that's too much value we're providing, but it is what it is. Get in. Check it out.
So on Friday, I spent a good amount of time prepping spooky season for tomorrow. And I'm kind of at a like a moral crossroads because some of the stories that I want to include are so incredibly spooky for tomorrow that I almost after last week and I saw how you two reacted, I almost feel bad including it because I feel like it might have affected your sleep, might have affected just your personal well-being.
They are noticeably spookier than in the past. I don't know if people have been holding out on us. Their spooky tales or new ones are coming up. Or maybe we just have new patrons that are sharing their stuff. But it's next level. And I mean that like wholeheartedly. It's scary.
One of my favorite things about it, in addition to just all of us having fun is good. People who will send stories in mid spooky season. So like, yesterday or something and be like, been sitting on this one for a long time, wasn't going to share it, but been listening to spooky season for a while. And this made me like, it basically rehash the memory. And they're like putting it on paper, on e-paper, you know what I'm saying? Typing.
Right.
And sending it. And it's almost therapeutic for them, for some. So we're going to share that tomorrow. Check it out. Thursday, we got listener voicemails. I thought they were very strong last week. And I think we're going to be at full strength on Thursday. I believe. So also check out, if you like our blog stuff, if you like the written stuff, go to wash.substack.com. It's our newsletter. Drops every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central, right?
Yeah, I thought the last one was pretty solid.
I think they've all been pretty solid. As a fan of written word, I think you guys are back in your bag, as the kids say.
Thank you, Brett.
I appreciate it. I'm having fun. Oh, Randy, what do you got?
I was coming up for the next promo. I might write an article soon on the Substack. We'll see.
Oh yeah, we'll for sure publish it.
Randy, what
I
did
guess
you
I'm
just
not.
drop? What'd you just drop on the YouTube?
So we just dropped a spooky ghost tour video that we've been talking about. If you follow us on Instagram, you saw us doing it. We did a ghost tour in downtown Austin, and I have edited it up and just put it on the Circling Back podcast feed on YouTube. So go ahead and watch that. It's pretty funny, pretty spooky. What did you think about it, David?
I thought it was great.
Good.
I thought
good.
Vincent was electric.
Way to go, Randy.
Yes. Like
Why am I in the thumbnail as pixelated me?
because you're spooky.
Okay.
Not just
Okay.
pixelated you, but a very large,
Spooky pixelated me.
like
It
the
was-
size of a building.
It was ghost pixelated, Brett. But yeah, go
It's
check
ghost
that
Brett.
out. Circling Back podcast on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Also, I mentioned on Friday, Coffee Friday. If you guys did not listen to that, there is currently no Spotify video. We did some some stuff on the podcast platform hosting stuff. So
We
Some
switched our
back-
hosting platform.
We did some
You're
back.
looking-
we did some
We
we
done
did some
did-
stuff behind the scenes.
we
and
don't
it's-
need some back.
Currently do not have it on Spotify, but video still is available on YouTube. Go see that. Hopefully Spotify will have it back soon. We'll let you know as soon as that happens. Blame Brett.
Yeah, as it is a platform that's very much integrated into Spotify, the fact that they don't have video yet is kind of alarming, but we needed to make the switch, and hopefully that changes soon.
Look, the boys did some back, and there's no other way to put that, you know?
Some workshopping in the back end.
Yeah.
Apologies out there. You can. I'll take responsibility.
Go
for
to
that one.
YouTube. I mean, YouTube's good.
It's great.
Subscribe, youtube.com/circling back. That ghost tour video is great. It's very, there's some funny things that I didn't even realize happened. Some funny remarks made by you guys on camera that I was like, oh yeah, good stuff. I missed that. I was too busy like trying to spot a ghost in like the third floor of the Driscoll. I never did. Or did I? You'll have to tune in and find out.
Nice.
You like that? It's time to recap this weekend in fun presented by our good friends at Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo. Man, do I miss that tonale.
Me
That was
too.
a great week of content we had with that thing, huh?
It was the cooled seats were pretty next level on hot days.
I'd love to see what it can do with that tech, that innovative tech in a crispy morning like we had this morning.
Hot seats.
Hot seat.
Mm-hmm.
Hot seat, us.
Not Alfa Romeo.
No, definitely. It's all new. It's loaded with tech, the large touchscreen, the safety tech, the automatic emergency braking. And I think most importantly, or just as important, it's fun to drive. The
It's
Alpha
fun to-
performance.
It's fun to drive, and it looks fantastic as well.
The Italian exterior and the interior design, it's unique.
It's the Italian craftsmanship for me.
Is that what it is for you?
Yeah.
Because it's that for me as well.
Yeah.
It has a couple modes too for driving. It's got like a sport mode, an eco mode, and a normal mode. I went all three. I got to say, sport's my favorite, Dave. I was paddle shifting.
Naturally.
You familiar
Yeah.
with that?
Yeah.
Well,
You look good doing it. Very,
thanks.
very seamless. Like I was wondering if you'd driven this thing before.
Quite a bit a few weeks ago, actually.
It's got the plug-in hybrid tech. Freedom to choose between gas or electric. 32 miles all electric, 360 miles total range. We had fun with it. And not to spoil this upcoming weekend of fun, but we're going to be having more fun with Alfa Romeo.
A very Alfa Romeo heavy weekend coming
Very
up for
much
your boys.
so.
We're very excited for it.
Very excited. Learn more about the Alfa Romeo Tonale at alfaromeousa.com.
Yeah, I haven't told you guys this yet, but Dave's actually in the pit crew for the team this upcoming Sunday.
I don't see that happening. He has no training whatsoever. And
You don't know.
it's
You don't know that.
efficiency is of the utmost importance.
So I told them that they weren't super concerned about it, but Dave, you are responsible for many things on Sunday. So
Yeah. Like what? Like
I believe that
making sure the Rockford Fosgates are hooked up.
you're the tire guy.
Oh, really?
TYRE. Yeah.
They actually asked me if I could be an emergency driver in case one of the two main drivers gets injured or sick or something. So
Yep. You're on deck, and Dave
I'm
is
an alternate.
You don't take the tire off. You're the guy that they pass the tire off to.
And then I just kind of keep rolling it.
Yeah.
and-
Right.
yeah.
And then you just get out of everybody's way.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
I get a lot of anxiety when I see the pit crews having to do that in like sub 2. Sub 2 slow. What's normal? Like 1.5 or less?
No, I think that would be a record.
No, there's these
You
guys
can't do
have-
1 point. There's no way
Yes,
you
you
can do
can.
1.5.
Have you ever done
I
drugs?
think that the record's around 2.
I'm sure they have anti-doping policies for drivers, but like, can
The
the
pit crew can't be
can
on
the pit crew be on some like Adderall?
No.
1.8 is the record. McLaren, Lando Norris.
What are our boys
Nah.
over at Alfa Romeo doing?
I'm
or,
screaming.
or women? I don't
Hard
know.
to say.
Are we done with the ad read?
Yeah, we're just.
I'm
we're
screaming
just-
fuck with McLaren this weekend. I don't really care.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
do like Alfa Romeo.
Who's our driver?
Bottas.
We got Terry B.
Oh fuck yeah.
We got a name.
Okay.
Valtteri Bottas.
We've seen his bare butt in a sauna.
Have we?
Yeah.
On
Try to
the
survive.
show. Yeah.
Can I talk about my weekend in fun?
Well, we're talking about bare butts, so you're gonna have to wait. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a pretty solid weekend. Friday didn't do a ton, kind of chilled. So it was still ACL weekend right by my place. And all-time weather weekend, windows were up the whole week. They're still open, by the way, at the crib. Don't try to break in, you can't. The music was
Okay.
just coming in, and it was just excellent. The vibes were primo. But Friday, I didn't do much. I just chilled at home. Saturday, met up with you, Dave, and our friend Ben, and we got some beers. I got a margarita there while I
hell
was
yeah.
there.
Where'd you go?
Bolden, bro.
Acres.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Went to
I'd-
Bolden Acres, and
I had 3 beers.
You
Dave had
3
3
beers?
beers.
I
Yeah.
had 3 beers.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had the Carbach Mexican beer, Mexican lager.
Sure. I didn't
Wait.
know if you guys were going craft because it's as the weather was beautiful. It does. You got to be careful though at Bolden. It gets hot even if the weather's gorgeous.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
Because you sit out in the sun, no matter how crispy you thought it was going to be, you're in trouble.
It was great though. Saturday, that was Saturday. Saturday night, I went out, got a couple more drinks with a friend. Called it an early night. Went home about 9:30.
Where'd you go?
Place called Trifecta downtown.
Trifecta.
Oh, the Purdue bar.
Is that a Purdue bar?
It's Purdue bar.
Never
Well,
even
that would
heard of
explain why it
place.
was almost completely empty while I was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn. They won this weekend, right?
No.
I know.
Oh,
Tiny
come on.
rustic bourbon martini bar.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. Anyway,
Wait, that's a Purdue bar, a martini bar?
Oh, it's next to Polvo's.
yeah, right next to Polvo's.
Okay.
I scootered there.
Time out. Which Polvos? South First or the
Downtown
new
Pol-
one?
Downtown
Oh,
Polvo's.
DT?
Yeah.
A DT
There's
Polvos?
also a new one at Barton Creek Mall. You
No
know
one
that?
cares. No one cares.
There's a Polvos at Barton Creek Mall?
Yes.
you know your boy went to the mall this weekend. More on that in a minute.
Sunday, all-time weather day. I mean, maybe the best weather that in the last. I don't know.
I haven't seen you this bricked up for weather in a long time.
I spent a lot of the day outside. I took Stella on a very long walk around Lady Bird Lake, which is a lake that runs through downtown Austin. I'm talking like 4 miles. It was excellent. The weather, like I said, it was just great. I got back. I was like, I'm not ready to call it a day being outside. I hopped on the bike. I went in for a bike ride.
Electric
to
e-bike.
The e-bike.
Went to Auditorium Shores and just drove around a little bit, got off and chilled, and got back on the bike. Went back to my place. I was like, you know what? I'm not ready to call it a day being outside. I took my book that I've been meaning to finish for a while. I went to the roof of my place and I just sat up there and I listened to ACL music on my rooftop and read a book. And it was a great fucking time.
Dude, you just were.
I finished my book.
fucking hammering outside.
I finished my book. I even got a little color, I think.
More on that later.
Outside all day long.
It's tough. Man, I'd like to believe you, but you didn't post an Instagram story of your book.
I didn't want to be that guy. But I was up there and like Niall Horan was playing at the closest stage to me when I was on my rooftop. So I was listening to it was like almost like I was at the concert.
What's your favorite Haran, John?
Slow Hands, obviously. Well, that's the only one I really.
You also had Hosier over to your crib, right?
Hosier played the late set. Not latest. That was Mumford and Sons, but Hosier was between Niall and Mumford. And yeah, I was watching football, or actually I was watching baseball. I was watching baseball and the windows were open and I was listening to Hosier to my It was fucking cool, man. Anyway, all-time vibey weekend, and that pretty much does it. And now here I am. Oh, Rangers took home the dub too.
Did you have a moment when Take Me to Church was coming through your window?
I tried to record it and send it to y'all, and I did. I caught the tail end of it. It was mostly just crowd noise by that point. It was like the song was ending, and no one said anything. I was like, okay, well, I thought it was cool, so y'all can go freak off.
I thought you were about to pan over and he was just going to be like in your crib.
He didn't stop by, weirdly.
You didn't stop by Kelly's Irish Pub either?
I didn't know that he was going to be there with Niall. Just chill.
They went to Kelly's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Watching the Ireland rugby game.
Oh, did they put him on the story? Or like, how did we find this out?
Someone tweeted
Somebody tweeted it, and I believe Will DeFreeze was all over that from the Circling Back account. Quote tweeted it.
Dang. Okay. I mean, it's Kelly's Irish Pub season.
Yeah.
There's
We should probably go soon.
a crispy day in the near future. We should go do a couple Ginai.
First serious cold front, like serious cold front. Yeah, let's do it.
Like 40s?
It's
Like,
not
yeah.
Guinness weather, though.
No.
No, it's-
I'm Guinness 365.
It sounds like a European betting app.
It is. Check me out. Use promo code Dave. Tell them Dave sent you for 4% off.
Damn. That sounds like a sick weekend, though.
It was good. It was good.
Brett.
Yeah. So Friday we drove out to San Saba, Texas.
It's pecan country.
It is. Had a pecan old fashioned in downtown San Saba. Really good. It was like a pecan rye whiskey.
Hey, don't go too in depth on your weekend because I don't know if you noticed. There's a Texas Brett
Oh, I didn't notice this.
bullet point that we're going to discuss.
So should I skim this and wait?
I mean,
for...
just be very vague.
Okay. So Friday, did some dinner out in downtown San Saba. Went out there, drank some whiskey. Friday night, slept outside in a tent both nights. Pretty chilly, pretty fun. Like doing that. Saturday, woke up, went hunting. I guess more on that later. Looking out for some dove or doves. Not sure which one is
It's a
the correct
dangerous
plural.
hunt, dude.
Yeah, real dangerous. Saturday afternoon, watched a bunch of college football. I guess we'll get into this later. Sunday, went hunting again, and then Sunday night drove home. Had some lupe tortilla last night, Dave. That's my favorite Sunday tradition.
Did you go sit at the bar?
I did by myself.
Did you eat at Lupe or did you take it home?
Ate at lupe.
Nice. What'd you go with?
Soft tacos. Just nothing crazy.
Ground beef?
What?
Okay.
I mean, Lupe is they're known for their really, really high quality fajita meat.
We did fajitas Saturday night out at the ranch, so I didn't want to double up on fajitas.
You've never gone B2B on fajitas?
No, I could have done beef fajitas last night because
Why'd
we
you
did
say it
chicken.
like
We
that?
did chicken on Saturday.
Why'd you
but,
say fajitas like that?
Hey, where can they get this shirt?
You
I don't
cannot.
think you
you
can.
cannot buy that shirt. That was a misprint.
Okay, well, where can they get the fajita shirt?
Washedmedia.shop.
There you go.
You can get it.
No, you can't. Not that one.
Not this color, but you can get a fajita shirt.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to sell shirts.
The
That's what I'm trying to do
North
here.
Carolina fajita shirt.
It's a great shirt.
It is. So that was my weekend. That's a beautiful drive, by the way. Heading out 71 out Spicewood Way, out Leno Way.
Mm.
Then
Made that drive many a time.
take a right north headed up to San Saba.
That's
Pretty
interesting,
cool.
Brett.
Yeah.
I look forward to talking about that in depth.
How about your weekend, Dave?
Friday kicked off just as I said it would in the newsletter. If you didn't see what my weekend was going to look like in the Substack, in the Washed Weekly newsletter, you missed out because it actually came true. I went to the liquor store. I went to Total Wine, and I went
T-Dub?
in. I went and bought a bottle of wine, the same $21 bottle of wine I've been rocking with for a long time.
I didn't know you had it like
The
that.
Montepulciano?
Renieri.
No.
And took that, went home, let my kid go to bed, hooked the switch up.
The
We
Nintendo.
hooked it up to the TV. We're not doing the handheld. We're doing TV switch. So we switched it. We mashed that switch button. And I'll be damned if I didn't play about 8 different games. Super Punch Out. I even played some Zelda. I did some Mario 3.
Wow. Did you have Randy over?
No,
No.
it's just me. Oh, Mario Golf. Went real hard on Mario Golf. Mario Golf is so fun. Like the new one. They've got the old ones on there too, but I was doing the new one. And it's phenomenal. Saturday was I got sent to go on a little mission to get some coffee cake bites because my son, my son Rhodes, is a big coffee cake guy now.
Good
for some
man.
reason.
Good man.
So I went to 2 different grocery stores trying to find these specific coffee cake bites, which he loves, and they are very good. We went on multiple walks Saturday, a lot of outdoor time. It was too good. I felt bad for Rhodes and my dog Randy because summer we couldn't get out, and when we did get out, we were very limited on how long we could get out, and we decided to take advantage of the good weather, and we spent a lot of time outside. Went and met up, as Dillon mentioned, with Dillon and our friend Ben. Had 3 full beers. Had a great time. I limed the beer. Not something I always do, but I just kind of felt compelled to put the lime in it, and I did it.
Do you know when I watched you squeeze that lime into your beer, I cringed a little bit. I've become extremely, and I mean extremely allergic to lime juice. If it touches my skin, even if I wash my hands immediately afterward, even if I don't even have it out in the sun, I will get a rash within hours.
Shit.
And this happened like late in my life, but I'm extremely allergic to it now.
So you can't have like a margarita?
No, I can.
Just on your skin, you mean?
On my skin.
That's weird.
Dude,
So
I even got hit with a lemon recently, which is much less acidic. I was squeezed a lemon. I was cooking. I squeezed a lemon.
Okay.
Next day, rash.
Dang.
Dude, it's crazy. It gets me really, really. And if I am out in the sun, it amplifies it by like 10.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's crazy.
No lemon parties in your future.
If I would have done what you did, I would have been in bad shape today.
So I did have the thought, because that is a thing. Obviously, like you get lime juice on you and you're at the beach or something, and you're out in the sun for 30 minutes, it'll burn you.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got
Dude,
that sucks. What happened?
It's gotten so bad. I don't know, man.
Dang.
Yeah, the first time I noticed it, I was on vacation. This was probably, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. And I was at an all-inclusive resort in Mexico, and I drank a bunch of, I don't know why I was choosing these, but I was drinking tequila sodas, and I was just, first couple of days, I was just squeezing just all day long. And then I woke up, my hand was like swollen and painful. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I finally figured it out. But yeah, bad.
Do you think it has anything to do with getting the jab?
I don't think so. This is the first time this happened to me. It was pre-jab. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, you got to ask.
sure, sure.
lime juice kicks in the 5G effect from the towers.
Oh, yeah. I
If
didn't
you're
think about that.
jabbed, of course.
So he goes jab, or goes 5G, jab, 5G, lime.
Right. The lime is the bonding agent.
It's the trifecta.
Right.
Oh my God, dude. And you're at
Add
trifecta.
Whoa. The Purdue bar, of course.
Oh my God. Purdue Pharma.
David Perdue, he's a senator. Dillon's probably involved.
I don't think they do vax.
No, I don't think they're around anymore. Sackler family,
They don't do
famously bad.
vaccines, yeah.
Shit,
Oh
man.
my
Everything's
God.
connected.
Okay. Everything I'm about to say about my weekend is been rendered moot, and it's not important, but based on what we just did right there. But Sunday Sunday was much like Saturday, just a crispy morning walk. And then what did we do? Oh, watch some football. I was mainly a red zone guy yesterday because boys don't play till tonight. Can't wait to be disappointed.
Yeah, where are you gonna watch that game? Pluckers, by any chance?
No problem. Well,
Hmm.
are you going to Bonner? Let's talk.
Okay.
I normally don't watch Cowboy games in public. It's just too the likelihood of me ending up on a viral TikTok or a reel is just it increases. I'm not saying it's high, but it definitely increases if I'm watching a Cowboy game at Pluckers at a wing bar.
I'll tell you what, man. That Pluckers, when there's local teams on, it's ripe for viral videos. People are yelling, they're screaming. It's a pretty it's a salt of the earth Pluckers, Dave.
Yeah. Then
A lot of Emmitt Smith jerseys.
I've still got my primetime jersey. You might see me in it tonight. Sunday night was ALCS game 1, 2-0. Welcome to the Evan Carter Show. If you're new here, enjoy. 21 years old. Been in the bigs like 5 weeks.
Good for him.
Good for him. Dillon, every time you type on your laptop, I think you're doing run it back, which is a too much dip thing. But I kind of wish you were doing it for circling back. I don't know why. I just thought there's been enough stupid shit said that I'm like, man, this would be a good run it back episode.
You know what? Let me file that away.
Okay. Hey, speaking of filing away, you ever subscribe to something like sign up for a free trial and forget about it and then find out you've been paying for it for, a significant amount of time?
Yes. Not only have I done that, Wash Media could have used that very recently as we discovered some things that were reoccurring that hit us in the pocketbook a little bit.
That's why you need Rocket Money. Are your subscriptions draining your wallet? The average person has around 12 paid subscriptions, and they might not even remember subscribing to half of those. If you have no idea how much you're spending on those each month, you need Rocket Money. It's a great app, and it tracks all of your expenses, so you know exactly where your money is going. Blew my mind when I found out. I tell this story often, but I did sign up for a very, very specific podcast that's only available on some other platform that we don't even use. I don't think we're on there. And I listened to it in like a week, and then I paid for it for about, like 50 weeks after that. And I found out about it through Rocket Money, the personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. With Rocket Money, you can easily cancel the ones you don't want with just the press of a button. No more long hold times or annoying emails with customer service. Rocket Money does all the work for you, and that's facts because sometimes trying to cancel stuff is a real pain in the backside.
Sure is.
Rocket Money makes it easy. Rocket Money also lets you monitor all of your expenses in one place, recommends custom budgets based on your past spending, and they'll even send you notifications when you've reached your spending limits. With over 3 million users and counting, Rocket Money customers have saved an average of $720 a year. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/circling. That's rocketmoney.com/circling, rocketmoney.com/circling. Brett's red. Brett's looking a little red in the face.
It's time for the Texas Brett segment.
Yeah, I think Brett, you've officially become a Texan.
Yeah, I was going to say, look, you have a little piece of land out Pecos way.
Sure. Between Pecos and Monahans.
You own a little piece of West Texas,
Mm-hmm.
which I can't say. Neither can Dave, and we
You
both,
could if you want to.
we're both born and raised.
It was extremely
I only own
cheap.
minerals.
Yeah, I don't have the rights.
You go dove hunting.
I have.
You killed a bird.
What other Texas shit have you gotten into?
I stop at a Dairy Queen when I see one now.
It's a stop sign.
Okay, first I would like to say I appreciate how you've really embraced the state that you moved to.
Thank you.
From,
It's been
from New York.
just over 4 years now of living here, and it's seeped into my bones, if you will, Dylan.
Do you own boots yet?
I do. I have a pair of Lou Casey's, which I now know is not just a guy named Lou space Casey.
Right.
Um,
Do you own a hat?
I own a Stetson.
You do. Is it?
Mhm.
What's it made of?
It is made of whatever the $200-something model is.
Felt.
But is it straw
Felt.
or is it
felt? Yeah,
okay?
it's
So
felt.
it is currently felt season.
It is.
I'm sure
It-
you knew that though.
Right. When you wear the felt hat in the summer, Turns out it doesn't breathe very
Okay,
well.
You know, plus you'll get made fun of as a poser.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm still getting over the poser thing with the hat and the boots and everything. But yeah, I'm a big country fan now.
Big country.
Not Kyle Rudolph specifically, but just like a country music fan. Didn't he go by Big Country?
Big
for a
country
while?
was the basketball player. What's his
Yeah,
name?
I'm sorry. You said Kyle Rudolph, and I thought,
I don't know who that is.
never mind. I thought something else. I was like, wait, what?
Big country. The best.
Yeah, Big Country was Okie State basketball, right?
Bryant Reeves.
That sounds right.
Big country.
But I'll tell you what too.
Yeah, Bryant Reeves.
I never was much of a hunting guy growing up. Like my dad didn't hunt, so he didn't really teach me much on that front. I love it. I love shooting stuff. Not like I love skeet shooting, clay hunting.
What kind of shotgun were you using?
Using a Beretta 12 gauge, beautiful
Ooh,
gun. My buddy,
semi-auto?
just a over under. So I had
How's your shoulder?
fine. I've shot that gun probably 5 or 6 times before.
It's not yours though.
No, I am getting one though. I've gone enough, whether it's intern Klein's ranch or my buddy Zach's lease. It's time for me to have something that I just stop borrowing. I did buy my own ammo, bring it out, bought my own clays, brought them out. So there's etiquette to it. But
How is the ammo shortage? Is that still a thing?
Academy appeared to be flush.
Okay.
I didn't have any problem getting 12 gauge shotgun shells.
You didn't have to go to like Walmart.
Nope, didn't have to go to Walmart. Academy had pretty much everything I needed right there.
How did it feel to take your first bird life?
You know, I was honestly like,
You took a life.
I did. I took a couple. Just a couple of them weren't doves.
Oh, brother.
So if you get the gaming commission, Texas land, whatever the commission
Was it an
is.
accident? Did you know that what you were shooting?
No,
wasn't a
it
dove?
was definitely an accident. It was like could have been, and just was a long shot, and turns out it wasn't.
Okay.
So I apologize.
Did you eat the dove?
We did. We only got 2 total. I got one.
It's
Zach
okay.
got one.
It's okay. Sometimes they're not flying.
So we didn't eat a lot of it.
Is that why I didn't see a photo of like the spread on a tailgate?
There was not much to spread, Dave. It was you could have.
You should have just Googled one and used that. Like, look, check it out.
Yeah, he went bow hunting for a deer, saw one, missed. We went dove hunting, saw maybe 10 the whole time, and just half of them were power lines, much, much, much too far away. Realizing the range when you're dove hunting on a shotgun is not much, 50 something yards ish.
Sure.
Yeah,
but I love it. I love the ranching. I love the land. We were out there. It's not much of the living quarters are not much. There's no shower. There's a very limited bathroom. There are very limited bed situations.
Is there an outdoor shower?
Nope.
your evolution to full Texas guy is almost complete. I think you still have to probably get on a horseback.
Yeah, I've done that in Saratoga.
I think you got to
plenty, but
I think you got to kill a hog too.
You got to kill a hog, and you also have to go protest at a school board meeting.
sure. It's funny. The guy who owns the land, shouts to Lonnie. He called up Zach one morning. We were out dove hunting. He goes, "Hey, boys, want to come kill a hog? I got one in my backyard." And
Is that how he said his backyard?
Yeah,
All
and we're like, "Thanks, Lonnie. That we appreciate it, but we're not really prepared to do that. It's a long walk. If you wanted to go over there, we're already pretty far out in the field, so we passed on the offer to kill a hog. But
Okay.
Lonnie took care of it himself. So
They're a real problem. If you ever encounter 30 to 50 of them,
we
better find yourself armed.
we saw one. We were all driving into town and picked up some corn feed for the deer, and there was one on the side of the road, roadkill. It was gigantic.
They're huge.
Also saw a fucking rabbit out there that's like 3 feet tall. It looks like a lab, a yellow lab.
Brett was startled by the size of the rabbits.
They're insane.
He was in awe.
Are you familiar with these West Texas rabbits?
Was it a hare?
Are all rabbits hares? Are all hares rabbits?
I actually don't know.
I don't either. You looked at me. I don't know.
The thing
I
had
think
like
the hares have
long
the
legs.
The hares have I think they have tall ears.
They had fucking huge ears.
Let's look it up.
Long legs.
Let's look it up.
It was crazy, and I could have shot it.
I think you
turned
might
my
have seen a
There's a
black-tailed jackrabbit.
Yeah, it was
Black-tailed
look?
black-tailed jackrabbit.
Western Texas rabbit. I saw this thing. Look at isn't that weird? It was standing like that. It looks like a
Doesn't it look like a hare a little bit?
yeah. I mean, if it was sitting down, it probably looked more like that. But this thing was fucking huge.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's pretty similar.
Yeah.
Brett, did you get any merch from San Saba?
No, I didn't. Thought about it, but there wasn't much merch out there.
Because it would fit in the rotation nicely with your Montana tees and your Yellowstone hats,
Mhm.
all that stuff.
He only likes shirts from places he hasn't been to.
Right. It's mostly Jackson Hole, which I will
J-Hole.
be remedying that this upcoming winter, Dave. But the shirts just fit really well. That's mostly why
they look great. Well, I'm glad you embraced it. I wish you would embrace sunblock.
We
Little red.
Saturday afternoon we did the thing where there's no TVs on property, so I brought one from home, seeing that college football is very much on.
Well, Ole Miss did play this weekend, right?
No, they did not.
Oh, so you just still had to bring the TV.
I had to bring the TV out. I was asked to bring the TV. I was like, hey, the group text was going around. It's like, should we bring a TV? Zach's like, yeah, let's bring a TV. So I brought it out, set it up on a porch, kind of a raised patio situation,
Okay.
and put the lawn chairs out, hooked it up, outdoor TV sitch.
And it worked.
It worked great. But turns out when it's like 70 degrees and a pretty good wind coming through, you don't really notice the sun just cooking you all afternoon.
Yeah.
So I fell victim to that. I'm pretty sunburned on.
Well, the sun was partially blocked on Saturday afternoon.
It was the eclipse was pretty cool, man. Seeing it out there.
Or was it? We'll talk about that in a few.
What do you mean, or was it?
Well, I just wanted some controversy going into the segment.
Anyway, I'm gonna be. I will be buying a shotgun in the near future.
You didn't get the photo where all the guys have the broken down shotgun, the broke shotgun, and they were just holding it over their shoulder.
Over the shoulder, because mostly I was the only one with an over under, and
Okay.
everybody else had the pump or the
Semi-auto.
semi-auto.
Hmm.
So you can really break them down. I mean, I guess you could, but
Hey, good for you, man.
thanks, man.
Texas Brett, man.
Texas bread. I gotta get a deer. Got to get out fishing with flounder. I don't know what else is super Texas kind of stuff I need to do. I've been to the fair.
Have you been two-stepping yet?
I have. Not
Okay.
very good, but I have certainly been. I don't know, man.
Yeah, you haven't
Really embracing the culture.
I think the next thing you need to do is like on your 22nd birthday, go to Cowboys Red River in Arlington and do like 9 shots of tequila and then get carried out lifeless by 2 security guards who are in full cowboy attire. That would be my only rec for you.
Okay.
When you turn 22.
When I turn 22,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reverse.
Shout out to me.
That's sick.
There's a
though.
Corey Morrow concert. I mean, who doesn't do that at Corey Morrow?
Man, I couldn't tell you.
Hey, one thing I didn't do this weekend, and I kind of wish I had, or do I? The Taylor Swift movie. It's breaking records. And I don't know why this snuck up on me, but I opened Instagram up and I started seeing people taking video from inside of the theater.
Feels
And,
illegal.
Yeah, of the crowd mainly.
Oh.
And I'm not really sure I'm in for this. I don't think I'm built for it. Going to the concert was one thing. Going to the Eras tour weekend in a movie theater, it seems very, very excessive for me, a casual.
What is this movie of? Is it a
The Eras
documentary?
tour. It is a documentary-ish, but they show her doing the songs. They don't have all of the songs.
Oh, I
but
see.
yeah, and it's like 3 hours. And it's basically like being at the concert. And like that means like the person behind you is probably standing up screaming every lyric to the song, but you are in a movie theater.
I'm kind of down with this idea. It's not easy to get tickets to these things. They're very expensive. The actual concerts, I mean. So this is a nice little, here you go. Like you didn't go to the concert, but you can check it out in a movie theater environment with really good acoustics and other people in there with you singing along, enjoying it as if it were a real concert. It's a nice fallback, I think, for some folks.
I don't disagree with you there. I just kind of wonder the phenomenon with Taylor Swift. Why do fans like consuming her music like multiple times as if it's all new? So, for
I think that's the
example,
mark of a classic. It stands the
she-
test of time.
re-releases albums and people freak out as if they're like new albums. And you've heard the songs before.
Yes.
You know all the songs.
Yeah, but this is Taylor's version.
Right. It's her, but you know the songs, and then you see the concert,
Yeah.
and then you go see it again.
Here's a concert question, because this is something that stuck with me. My uncle, a long, long time ago, said that once he sees an artist in concert, he doesn't need to see them again, with one exception, the boss. He said he's seen Bruce Springsteen multiple times,
That's cool.
but he's very much of the opinion, like, yeah, I've seen that band. I don't need to ever see them again.
I appreciate that.
I think I do too, but as a when I was probably 16 or 17 when I heard that, and I was like, what? It blew my mind.
I think
Because there's in theory
Yeah.
new material.
concerts are different, but like I wouldn't go to a Dave Matthews concert and then watch the video of the concert that I was just at. You know,
Right.
unless the documentary element's cool. Like you see the behind the scenes and
Grateful Dead fans, they would beg to differ.
Will. My
Yeah.
goodness, Will travels to go to concerts. He'll see the same concert in Austin, and they are different according to him. They change up the set
yeah,
list
they
every
changed the set
time.
list pretty good.
But he'll see not Grateful Dead, but
Dead and Co.
thank you, Dead and Co. in Austin, and then they'll be playing in Oakland, and he'll fly to Oakland and go see him, and it's crazy. Not crazy, but that's commitment.
We used to work with a guy, shout out to Ad, who I really think he like plans a lot of his work and travel and his life really around going to these shows. And I've been walking down like West 6 with him, going like bar to bar, and he's got his phone up to his ear and he's live streaming a concert from like, I don't know, other side of the country.
That's
That's
dedication.
next
Like
level.
not even headphones, just listening to it. And I'm like,
He just wants to know like which songs
Yeah.
they're playing.
yeah, exactly. Which
That's crazy.
that's a level of dedication that I don't know if I've ever.
I don't love
gotten
anything
to
that
music.
much.
No. So it's pretty wild. But Alyssa, my wife, does want to go to this. And I don't know if I mean, look, we already went to the concert.
Oh, I bet.
Can you just
it'll be
catch it
fun.
in like Netflix or something?
I think reliving some of that environment might be part of it. Because again, if you see the photos, the videos of it is hundreds of women, girls, all ages, just standing up screaming the lyrics. So I mean,
Sure.
it could easily be ruined. Like if you have the wrong person behind you at this thing or next to you, you're in for a long day.
Yeah, I wonder how concert-ish it feels inside there.
Pretty much, I don't know. I'd like to see it at the Sphere.
But that's
I'd like
not
to see anything at the
Yeah,
Sphere.
you put her up on the Sphere screen. I guess
She's
would be
fierce
cool.
friendly. She's
Yeah.
got to be. Speaking of, I just want to point out Kendrick Lamar, his set both Fridays, the bass very audible from my home.
From your home.
Wait, what?
The Kendrick Lamar, there is a part in
ACL?
his set where the bass, because I walked outside because I heard it. I honestly thought a house down the street was having like just a rager because it was very, very just bumping.
Dude, there's no way you felt it all
Dave,
the way
your
down.
house
there.
is like
100%.
10 miles from.
Swear to God. And Alyssa goes, wait. She's like, that's what I heard last Friday because I was out of town. She's like, I heard that last Friday at the same time. It was Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick
Dude.
Lamar was performing at that time.
Maybe it was like a local high school
Football game.
It
band.
was not.
Dude, there's no
Dude,
way.
that is
Dude.
so far. I don't think it's possible for.
With the dry air, I think it could carry. There was no vocals. There were no vocals, but the bass, I promise, dude.
Dude, you're all about that bass.
There
too.
had to, I would love to know if there was something else. Did y'all see the people who saw the Starlink
Uh-uh.
at ACL?
Oh, that's cool. That would be if you didn't know what it was.
No, a
that
lot
would
of
creep me
people
the fuck
didn't.
out.
Well, there was a drone show. Maybe that they got confused.
drown.
There was apparently like Starlink timed up with behind one of the stages, which is kind of sick and probably pretty scary if you're on the wrong drugs.
So right outside where I live, they had the all the scooters parked,
Uh-huh.
When I say a sea of scooters was right outside, I mean, I'm talking like a few thousand. Look at that.
Oh my
Just an
God.
absolute sea of scooters.
That is
Dude,
ridiculous.
how
I
busy?
didn't get all of it in frame. It's crazy.
How busy was the ER this weekend?
Yeah, just so many snapped ankles
Oh
and
my God.
At
broken
least
wrists.
very little heat exhaustion, I feel like, or heat strokes, which
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
It's probably the best ACL weather we've had here in a long, long
Yeah,
time.
usually it's like
perfect.
93, and that's why I never want to go.
Yeah. Huh. Did you think about getting a wild hair going down there maybe on Sunday?
I went last Sunday, took Parks, and I got a little taste, and it's just not my scene, man. I don't know. I don't like crowds like that. It's not my thing.
I want you to be festival guy. I want you to have like the bandana wrapped around your neck.
Yeah, a lot of those. I saw way too many festival goers over these last couple weekends.
Hey, we were talking about how crispy it is, and we were talking about tasty treats. Well, it's officially fall, and that's not just because it's 65 degrees outside. It's because Dunkin says so.
That's right.
Our
They
good
are the
friends at
arbiter
Dunkin.
of crisp.
They are.
They get to
Not
decide.
me. I want to point that out.
When I think of crisp, I think of Dunkin'. And because it's fall, Dunkin's serving up the legend, the icon, the pumpkin spice signature latte. Snag one at your local Dunkin' or give the rest of their fall menu a try. I'm talking nutty pumpkin coffee, pumpkin cake donuts, pumpkin muffins, and my favorite, the maple sugar bacon breakfast sandwich.
It's a bad day to be a nutty pumpkin coffee.
You gotta
man
take
around
Rhodes
me.
over there. I bet you he'd like something.
Oh, no, he loves the pumpkin cake donuts.
Yeah.
They're very good. Here's the kicker. If you're a Dunkin' Rewards member, Brett,
Of
exclusive.
which I am.
You are. Me too. Exclusive limited time offers are always on the horizon. I'm talking about free coffee Mondays, where members kick off their week with a free medium hot or iced coffee with a purchase. Today's Monday.
Today is Monday.
It's Free Coffee Monday. It's super easy to become a member. Just head over to the app or visit DunkinRewards.com. When you sign up, you earn points towards free food and drinks, gain access to exclusive deals, and unlock secret menu items. America runs on Dunkin'.
Space bar.
Space bar.
I'm gonna take you to the space bar. Thanks for providing backup vocals there for me, Dave.
Yeah.
That was good. Space
know,
bar time, bitch.
Space bar.
It's a space bar, bitch. Of course, a space bar. You might be asking, what is a space bar? Well, I talk about either something bar related or something space related, or maybe the thing on the keyboard. Maybe
The
I'll talk
space
about
bar.
that. Maybe the history of the actual
Hey.
space bar.
Let's kick this bish off.
Wow, Dave just smashed that space bar. On Saturday afternoon, actually it was just before noon, little eclipse action in Austin, Texas, and other places around the country, but not everyone got to experience it, of course. It was an annular eclipse. What does that mean? What's an annular eclipse? Well, it means that the moon was a little bit farther out in its orbit, so it did completely cover up the sun.
It was
All right?
tight. It's the Ring of Fire, right?
Yeah, it along its path, it covered up 90% of the sun. Austin was a little bit northeast of the middle of the path.
Cone
Therefore,
of certainty.
therefore, it only got to 88% covered,
Mm-hmm.
which is still a lot. Did you guys experience
Oh yeah.
the eclipse?
I believe since I was a little further west, we had a pretty good.
Yeah.
We were a pretty good coverage zone. We were not total though.
If you-
however,
Well, there was no total.
or not. There, excuse me. We weren't. We
weren't
weren't in
right
the
at-
perfect Ring of Fire path.
Okay.
We caught a pretty good edge.
We were on our second walk of the morning or lunchtime ish.
Sounds like Barry Bonds.
And
Multiple walks.
that's right. And we noticed the leaves. We noticed the shadow of the trees. And I was like, oh yeah. I mean, because we didn't have the glasses. There's a lot of people in the neighborhood out with the glasses. Honestly, the way the shadow of the leaves was hitting was enough for me.
I read about the leaf situation, or like the shadow that it would cast through the leaves. And I was like, okay, whatever. I wasn't expecting what happened. That was really one of the cooler parts of it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it does that,
Don't get it.
and it's only through the leaves. Like there were shadows of buildings and railings that were normal,
Sure.
but the leaves, it projected the eclipse onto the ground. like many times over. It was bizarre, but really, really cool. I also was on a walk. The walk I mentioned earlier was Stella. I timed it perfectly to be out during the eclipse. And it was just very vibey. It was cool. Everyone was outside checking it out, looking up. It dimmed, it like noticeably got dimmer.
Definitely had a noticeable dim. It was
Noticeable dim.
it felt like good on the eyes.
But even though
Kinda
the
like
sun
everywhere.
was only 12% exposed during the peak of
Yep.
the eclipse, sun is just mega bright, right?
super bright.
So it was still pretty bright outside, but it was noticeably dimmer.
Temperature dropped 5 degrees.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is a photo I took. Please credit me.
Yeah, it was just crazy how
That's
that
cool.
happened.
That's cool.
I want someone smarter than me to explain how it creates that effect.
It's because the little holes through the leaves is projecting what the
So,
sun looks like.
A
So
pinhole camera, right? Is
yeah.
what it's called.
I absolutely bricked my eclipse footage. I went to 4 different stores to get the glasses, and I couldn't get them. So I made one of those, what Dave was talking about, the shoebox with the pinhole. So if you put a pinhole in there and you look through it, it'll like cast what the sun would look like. It would normally be a regular dot, but then it's just like a crescent
Interesting.
instead. So like this is just a bunch of those little dots like through the leaves, just because that's pretty much what it is, just projecting what the sun looks like.
Weird.
It's one of the first forms of photography back in the day.
How about that? Anyway, it was cool
Yeah.
as hell.
This is really
It was really cool.
I would also like to again mention that next year on April 8th, we will have a total eclipse of the sun.
Mm.
Let me check that path.
Austin, lucky enough, is in the totality path, right on the edge, however. If you head a little bit west or northwest, it'll be completely like Dallas, for example, is going to get Waco, Dallas. They're right in the path.
Okay.
They don't have to move. Just stay right where you are. We might have to go a little bit west if you want to see total, but I think we might even catch totality here in Austin.
Do you remember what
April 8th.
the young lady we talked to at the bar on Saturdays asked you?
Remind me.
She said, "Well, what if it doesn't happen?"
Oh, and I said, well, lucky for you, it's a mathematical certainty that it will happen.
She's like, "Yeah, but what if it doesn't? Like,
I think I
something's
said-
gone very wrong."
I think I said only if something gets knocked off orbit by like a comet or something.
yeah,
They're
like we're not here to like talk about
what
it.
if it doesn't happen? I think it's going to.
But that would be weird, no?
That would be weird.
Like, dude, y'all were way off on this. How did y'all brick this forecast?
It's crazy that they know
yeah,
so far out like when it's going to happen. Like
Math-
they've known about this eclipse for obviously a very long time.
mathematics.
Yeah. I said it's a mathematical certainty. It's going to happen. She's like,
Mhm.
all right, we'll see. Like, yeah, you will.
That does no. Like people, come on, people.
What?
It's just like that's like, well, we'll see if it happens. No, it's it's math. It's mathematical certainty. You're absolutely right. I hate.
Yeah,
I hate people that
Yeah,
are like, oh,
this
science.
young lady, she might not have been very pro science, but
Got it. Yeah.
we are. I respect science. I respect space.
Correct,
as we all know.
As do I. I want that on record.
It's going to be on a Monday next year, April 8th. And we're going to have to go outside and do some shit. I don't know. It's going to be sick, man. Maybe we'll throw a party. I don't know. You want to throw a party? A total eclipse of the sun party?
Is this an
Total eclipse of
annular
the sun.
eclipse?
It's called annular. No,
It's not.
This is a total
Total.
solar eclipse,
Okay.
which is, as the name would imply,
What would the theme be?
It completely covers the sun.
What would you do at that party? Like, you can't just have a party. You have to have
I
like.
think you have to either dress up as the moon or the sun,
Okay.
and then you just got to like, I don't know, something.
It sounds like an eyes wide shut party.
It kind of sounds horny, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah.
have you ever been to like a traffic light party?
No, but I've heard of such.
You know
a
what
thing.
they are?
Yeah.
You know what they are?
No idea.
Okay, so if you are involved, if you're committed to someone, if you're in a
Monogamous.
monogamous exclusive relationship, you wear red
Oh,
to imply like don't approach me.
I've heard of
Green
these,
means
yeah.
you're single. Yellow is like it's kind of complicated.
Not
like
really sure.
Maybe I'll hook up with you, but don't count on it.
Okay.
It's interesting because during COVID at weddings, people had that, but it was like if I'm wearing a green wristband, it means I'm okay with like hugging and talking to you. If red, stay away from
You
me.
went
Like,
to one of those?
I like think I saw them. Yeah,
That's funny.
ugh.
Was that before the jab?
That was before the jab. That was peak COVID.
Randy just got his 7th booster shot. I heard. Good for you, man.
He's just getting boosters on.
That's
boosters.
awesome, man.
I went booster flu combo the other week.
That's badass.
No, it gets you pretty good for a couple days. I was Whew.
It's all the 5G that's running through your veins.
What's the lime juice?
That's activated by
Don't
the
talk
5G
about that,
that we
man.
mentioned, Purdue Pharma, and here's the callback.
I'm raising awareness.
Couldn't raise my arm for a while, I'll tell you that much.
Not a
Oh.
lot of major metropolitan areas are going to be in the total
If
solar
you're-
eclipse path.
If you're in the Kerrville, Fredericksburg area, you're getting such a path of totality, it's insane.
But if you, as it goes, it's going northeast through the country,
Yeah.
and after it hits Dallas, which is a big one, obviously. The next, it's going to hit Indianapolis, Cleveland, Buffalo.
You
But
got
it's missing a lot of the major cities.
South
She's
Dallas,
getting
Dave.
eclipse in Dallas.
South Dallas. big
The whole
time.
country is going to see it to some degree.
Yeah.
It just won't be a total eclipse.
I'm looking forward to it, and I will have my welding goggles ready to rock.
Same.
Yeah, make sure you get your glasses. Don't try to get your glasses when the eclipse is happening because no store will have them.
My Uber driver on Saturday, she had like her car stocked full of them. She said, "Yeah, all the people I've driven today, if they wanted to look, I just gave them some.
I don't trust those little cheapo ones though.
They don't look trustworthy, do they?
You know?
I had a pair. I was looking pretty heavy at the sun. It's cool.
Yeah.
They
Why
were
not
definitely
just
the
stack
cheap version.
sunglasses? Like do like one pair,
How many do you think you need?
do your Costas, and then do some Maui Jims, and then
Dave's
do
got,
some
like,
Gooders.
The Awuga cartoon character with glasses.
Exactly.
You could just trump it and look right at it.
I did.
I did for a split second.
I did.
Yeah.
too.
I got some
I did
photos too.
Can't really see what
They said it would break your camera. It didn't break mine.
Someone said
It
that?
could break your camera.
They said it could damage your camera.
No, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I
Who
got
said
some.
that?
I got
Was
some
it the
pretty
same-
terrible pics on my phone if you guys would like to see.
I took a picture. It just looks like I took a picture of the sun.
I'll show you something cool after this. Potentially cool.
Okay. Potentially cooler.
Cooler, yeah.
All right. Anyway, thanks for letting me talk about nerd shit.
I'm watching the path right now. Look at this shit.
Oh, the one next year.
Yeah.
That's a cool little whatever you call it.
Animation.
Sure.
I know. I'm thinking of trying to get up in
Buffalo's
the
gonna get smoked.
smoked Rochester. Getting up in the Adirondacks.
Does it say
Take a
what
look.
time of day that one's
Yeah.
supposed to happen?
Yeah, it does.
Like to the second. Yeah. Like then it's a mathematical certainty, Randy.
Okay, so when are we supposed to get hit on that Monday?
God, oh, I have to
You're not
go
really
back
getting
to
a
the
hit.
animation. We'll be Austin will be in totality from 1:36 p.m. Central to about 1:38 p.m.
What day is this?
Monday,
Monday,
April 8th.
April 8th.
Oh man,
Let's just take it off.
we doing too much dib.
We could
It'll probably
we could
be
hold,
at
we could
lunch,
hold
honestly.
it. You know.
I might go up to the Adirondacks.
What if like you
No,
wanted
mountain
to
time.
like go travel somewhere, like to see it? Like I want
Like
to take
the
a
Masters?
flight up to Buffalo.
You could also just stay right here in Austin. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, but what if I like utilized a first of its kind real time search engine for points, like a kayak or Google Flights, but for points?
I see what you're saying.
Our
Doug.
good friends at Point Me.
Yes.
Point Me shows people how to get the best flights using their credit card points, or airline miles, and breaks down every step of how they can move from one to the other on a mission to get people better flights for fewer points and for people to stop wasting their points. This is something I wish I had utilized a long time ago because I am always jealous of our friends who are big on the points. You guys points, fellas?
I am, and it's kind of an incredible piece of technology. If we're being honest with you, you plug it in, and you can do pretty much any trip in the world via points,
Yes.
as long as you're familiar with like the American Express points or Southwest points. And here's what I didn't know, Dave: you can transfer these points a lot. So, say you have a bunch of Delta Sky miles, you could potentially transfer over and just get regular Amex miles, or
Yes.
Southwest miles, or Virgin Atlantic miles.
It checks for flights across 33 loyalty programs on more than 150 airlines to uncover a multitude of real-time award flight options. Point Me runs extensive business rules and logic to validate the flights that you see on Point Me are flights you can actually book. It's easy to use. Point Me walks users through every step from how to conduct a point transfer from a credit card to an airline, all the way to booking, which is critical. At every touch point we've asked, hey, could someone who has never used their points before use Point Me successfully? So there's a lot of educational moments and opportunities to build confidence and understanding. The mission is to make it as easy as possible for travelers to find the best deals, no matter their loyalty program. Learn more at Point Me. It's point.me. Point Me. Check it
Point
out.
me. Is that a Dido song?
Let's probably not a is it? I don't know a ton of Dido's works. You'll
Partridge Family.
Oh, okay, you're very close. Randy, let's just watch these guys get hit by baseballs. This week's Dudes Rock segment.
This is
weekend,
incredible.
Dudes will see this and say, hell yeah.
So it's a video of some younger guys in a batting cage, and they have the pitching machine cranked up. It starts at 65 miles per hour, and they're just taking turns just getting smoked by pitches. They're holding bats, but they're not using them.
I do respect that they're holding the bats.
So now this guy's 85, and he hits right in the butt.
That's
the
where
backside.
ideal spot to get hit for me was in the ass. Because anything upstairs.
I got hit
Oh,
right in the
nice.
elbow twice within like a 2-week span in games, and it took me out. I had to sit out a couple games. Like it really fucked my arm up.
Oh, yeah.
If Randy did this video and got hit in the ass, it would just fire it right back at the machine.
It would.
Oh,
Oh,
that's up to 92 miles per hour now. There's a guy in the
That's-
red T-shirt here that gets hit with a 95 mile per hour one.
the 92 one was the first one that looked really fast. Anything above in the 90s is like, yeah, this. You think they're using real baseball?
That's the one. 94
Oh.
miles per hour. Guy gets
Kidney
it
shot.
right in the kidneys. And
Yeah,
like
that's-
right in the kidney. He's going to be pissing blood for a
Like
week.
there's hospital trips potentially from such a
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely. This guy, he gets nicked.
It is
Oh,
not
man.
fun to get hit with a baseball.
What's the fastest pitch? It roughly, you probably didn't have a gun on it, but what's the fastest pitch you've been hit with?
High 70s, low 80s. Nothing crazy.
I told you that I got smoked in a batting cage twice, like within like a week span. I was pitching to someone and I didn't get behind the L screen like I should have, and he caught me in the same exact place
Oh.
twice.
Oh.
It's not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
No,
the guy
that's why
actually,
you have an L
the
screen.
guy had a major league career too. Shout out Justin.
Verlander. No shit.
No, Justin Ruggiano is his name. He went to my high school. Good dude. But yeah, he caught me twice behind the L screen.
That's definitely the hardest I've ever been hit is pitching, not batting.
Yeah.
Like getting a one hopper back at you off a calf or something. Luckily, that's like the worst.
A baseball, very little give. It's very hard.
Yeah, I think I've probably been hit a couple of times, like somewhere in the upper 50s, because kids in 7th, 8th grade aren't throwing super fast yet.
Not usually, no.
There's always one. Shout out Chris Bauer. He was touching
Oh,
80 back then.
sheesh.
But yeah, dude, it really like it makes you so timid, like going forward, like your next few at bats, like that's all you're thinking. If you're weak minded like me, it ended my baseball career. That and just not being good.
Well, you get one up in your kitchen, and then next pitch, it's hard to lean out over that plate.
You know what freaked me out was the Sandlot when freaking old man. They finally meet the old man, and he's blind,
Oh yeah,
and the reason is because he got his lights knocked out.
yeah.
Both of
I don't
them.
know if that has ever actually happened.
Thinking about that, I'm like, wait, unless you was he like just like shouting at the pitch, like facing the like something has to go very wrong.
That was one of those movies that you saw in your childhood that like affected a scientific opinion you had for a long time or a health opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it.
yeah. I hated dogs for a long time.
Really?
No, it's not true. That movie just made me like dogs. Hercules, shout out.
Great. Wait, Hercules. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking the movie.
No,
Great movie.
Confusing.
Great soundtrack. Phil Collins.
yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the video really. I didn't believe it at first. I thought maybe they were lying about dialing up the MPH, but then they pull out the gun and they're like, "So what do I believe?"
That's a
92 off the
purchase-
kidneys is bad.
Like if I just you have all the money in the world, a radar gun would be a pretty immediate purchase just for like things.
Are they expensive?
I mean, nice ones are, yeah, not like crazy, but a couple $100.
What would you do with a radar gun?
Dave, I don't know. I would throw baseballs. I would throw footballs. I would put it in front of a golf ball, see how fast I can hit that.
Okay.
The TrackMan. What wouldn't you do with a radar gun? How fast can Dave run? I don't know. Let's go check it. We have the technology at our fingertips.
I was thinking, so I've got to do this combine video for Too Much Dip. Who is gonna
Administer?
Yeah, like is there a way to do it like to where it's accurate, or is it still just stopwatch?
Well,
Like for us, like I know there's equipment out there for that, but
I would. I think we could probably just hand time it. Go on your movement.
I
and
don't
then-
trust the person timing. They're going to try to make me look bad.
Well, we know plenty of people in a certain community that does this for like a living, so we could probably render their services at some point.
Okay, he might have offered.
I think he did.
I'm going to reach out to him
Yeah.
offline.
Right.
Okay. Anything else? Netflix is doing brick and mortar stores for some reason. We don't have to spend
That's got to
time
be a
on it.
marketing play, right?
I'll pass on that.
It just seems. I don't know.
Hey, I saw the, speaking of marketing plays, the Bigfoot we talked about last week, or y'all talked about.
Turns out it was fake.
It was fake. Well done, fake.
weird.
But they actually have a company called Sasquatch where they build like trailers for
Mhm.
cars.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But thanks for staying on it.
Sure.
You didn't listen to that one?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Jake
No.
Kemp was a great guest, though.
Yeah, it was. Good times with Jake. If you want to listen to that, that was Wednesday's episode. You probably already listened, but hey, big week of content tomorrow, spooky season, episode 3. It's going to be fun. We'll be back Wednesday with the free one. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.